Hey guys, it's Danibelle. Today we're on day number 22 on our island of Everbell. Oh my goodness, I don't know where the time has gone. It doesn't look like there's a lot going on with Isabel today, as per usual it seems. I apologize for the length of time it's been since we started our last video. I had a little bit of equipment issues, so we've got it resolved, and I just wanted to thank you for your patience, and I'm really excited to be back on our island today doing some builds and just saying hello to our villagers. I've missed talking to some of our villagers, guys. I feel like I've been a little bit neglectful towards them, and I think I just wanted to kind of say hi to everybody. Hey, Lily. Oh, I love the sweet things that these villagers say. Just, I don't know what it is. I guess, just their sweet little comments really do brighten my day. Bo! He gave the bugs extra quiet time in the house. So sweet. Let's go pop in on Raymond and just say hello. I haven't talked to him in a little while, and I definitely want to make sure he's doing good. Oh, look at his little office. Look at his little desk toy. Like, seriously, guys, how cute is that? Buongiorno. He's so cute. I love that his house is a little office. Like, I know it doesn't really go with the theme, but it's just so fitting for a little business cat to have a little office set up. I think he makes a really great lighthouse keeper, by the way. I'm really thrilled with how that turned out. Oh, okay, well, let's wander around a little bit. In the meantime, I've made sure that I've tried to talk to going into the Able Sisters shop, I guess I should say, and making sure that I am saying hello to Sable every day to try to get some patterns so we can customize some things. Eventually we'll get there. I think probably, hopefully tomorrow or the day after might be the day that she'll open up those patterns to us so that we can maybe do some extra customizations. I just want to pop in and say hi to Fauna real quick, and then we'll probably head over to the build area and get started with our speed build for the day. Look, it's Fauna and Piper. They're hanging out. Oh, am I overdoing it? Oh my gosh, she's so cute. Piper. Oh, how's my favorite little pop star today? Oh my goodness, so cute. We still have some stuff we have to figure out with Piper's house. She's kind of awkwardly parked on the opposite side of the beach where we'll be doing our build today. So I'm hopeful once we, because as you all know, you can only move one house or building per day, and you can only build either one bridge or one incline per day. So I'm struggling a little bit with that because her house is still in the way. This is the space I wanted to work on today. This is the long strip of land that we have over on the west side of the island that leads up to our campsite. I put the campsite here thinking I wanted to keep it there, and I think we probably will. We just need to do something to zhuzh this up a little bit. It's looking a little plain. It's right next to the beach, and it's this very awkward, thin strip of land. So I was thinking a nature trail might be appropriate. Just pack it in with some trees and bushes and decorations. And then we've got Bo's house here. I love that it's a cute little log cabin, and my idea was kind of like to turn his log cabin into sort of like a ranger station. By the way, this is Piper's house. She's in a very awkward spot. We will have to move her like as soon as we can. But yeah, this is where I wanted to do our speed build today. I'm thinking nature trail, and I'll probably have to skip forward to get Bo's house moved at some point. And get it moved up here onto the grass off of the beach. So I think I'm going to go ahead, turn on the Island Designer app and get started. Probably once we can get this whole area sort of organized and cleared out for the nature trail, then we can kind of decide where we want to put Bo's house. I'll probably go forward a day. I do time hop, guys. I'm sorry. Admittedly, I try not to. I've actually been playing in the rears for all of these videos. I'm still stuck at the beginning of June because I am trying to do this day by day. So just to kind of give everyone a feel of what you can accomplish day to day on the island, and yeah, just to show like how far you really can get in the game if you choose to. That's one of the things I love about Animal Crossing. You can go as fast or as slow as you like. It's one of those games that you can literally take your time over the course of a year building up your island, or you can do you can diligently do things every day and get an island built up pretty quickly, you know, usually a couple of months even if it's something you're looking to do. So what I'm doing now is I'm sort of looking at these trees. I planted all of these fruit trees at the very beginning to earn some mileage, some nook mileage. They're fruit trees and I love them and I don't want to get rid of all of them, but I have a feeling we're going to have to shovel them up and move them at some point. But for now, I'm going to get into this pathing. This is this amazing dirt type of path that I have here. I will be sure to put this creator information in the description of the video for you if it's something you're interested in trying. I love it. There's so many options for this path. That's one of the reasons I chose it. It just looked like something that would be versatile enough that I could use it throughout the island very easily. And it does take some getting used to as far as like knowing how to put the puzzle together and knowing which pieces fit together properly. I'm trying I'm trying right here to try to get this to fit in underneath this bridge that we have so that I don't have to demolish the bridge. I don't know if you guys have ever had this happen, let me know, but sometimes with these bridges, if you put down a path and then you try to change it, it's stuck. And then you end up having to tear down the bridge, wait a day, rebuild the bridge, put down the pathing, because when you put down the bridge, it erases the pathing. It's a whole thing. I don't know why it does that, but yeah, so I'm just sort of trying to work with what we have here. I don't know exactly what direction I want the path to go. I know I kind of want it to meander, if that makes sense, sort of not straight, but in and out around the trees, that sort of thing. So I'm going to start by just trying to create an outer rim on the path just to sort of get an idea of where I want it to go, and then I'll go back through and fill in the center part of the path. I have a lot of trees and shrubs and some flowers in my pockets today. I'm just sort of trying to lay out the template, I guess, for how I want this to look. That's one of the things I'm sure you all are familiar with when you're building any huge area like this, especially when there's trees and shrubs involved. It does get tough trying to figure out basically how you want it to look. There's a lot of putting down and picking up and moving, and that's okay. Like, I feel like it's nice to have an idea in your head, but it's really hard to execute it perfectly. So I just want to tell everyone out there, don't put so much pressure on yourself to do everything right the first time. Like, I mean, it's one of those things that no matter how many times you've played through the game, like, it's okay to put stuff down, pick it back up, tear it down, put it back up. Because ultimately you want it to look the way you envision it, and it's okay to have to redo things. And that's one of the things about these builds that I think when they come across on the internet, they seem so polished and perfect and everything, and I just want you all to know it's totally a challenge for everybody. And yeah, that's part of the Animal Crossing journey, I feel like. So I'm just putting down some of these pathings. I'm sort of doing some of these diagonal pieces first, just to sort of create a curve in the path. Putting down some shrubs as we go. I've got these hydrangeas. I really love this shrub. I haven't used it a whole lot, so I'm excited to see how they look. I believe they're in season, so in the next few days they should bloom and look lovely. I'm really excited. I feel like the blue ones almost look like blueberry bushes, right? We might have to incorporate that at some point in the island. I don't know. I was thinking maybe of doing some sort of build at some point, like a fruit picking area, either blueberry bushes or like little well, not cherries, we have cherry trees on the island, maybe like strawberry plants, raspberries, something like that. So we'll see when we get there. But yeah, loving these bushes. Just trying to figure out where I can put them in this build. Like I said, a lot of these trees, I don't know if you guys feel like this, but it's kind of hard to see around the trees sometimes when you're putting pathing down and placing items. I know that the game obviously lets you buy seedling trees at Nook's Cranny. You can also like plant them and let them grow. It takes 5 days for the seedlings to grow into full-size trees. So what I've sort of gotten accustomed to doing is either when I use a Nook Miles ticket and I'm flying to a deserted island, I will eat fruit and shovel up full-grown trees when I see fruit trees that I really want to incorporate, or pine trees, anything like that. It does make it easier when you're building, I think, to be able to put down the full-size trees. Not that you can't do it by letting the seedlings grow. It is exciting and fun, but I just sort of feel like when you're doing a build First of all, it's more instantly gratifying, I guess, because you're getting to see what the whole thing's going to look like at the end. But I do feel like it sort of helps you get a better look for how things are going to be laid out, and if the full-grown trees are going to be blocking anything important. Because I've had plenty of times when I've done builds and I've planted a seedling thinking it's going to look a certain way, waited 5 days, and then only to realize that that tree is blocking a significant portion of the build or something like that. And obviously you can just shovel it up and move it, but as we all know, it seems like when you change something, one thing leads to another. It's one of those things. So here I went ahead and went forward and then backed up a day just to kind of speed things along. We placed a bridge and moved Beau's house, so it's now up on the ground. I did end up shoveling the trees up because they were blocking my way. I couldn't see, so we're just gonna go in and start putting the trees back. I marked out with the holes just so I knew exactly where I could fit trees, because you have to have certain squares for a full-grown tree to fit. So that's the other benefit to doing designs with full-grown trees. Sometimes if you put a seedling down, you don't know until it's already been a couple of days that it's not going to grow any bigger. So this is kind of nice to be able to work with full-grown trees. I highly recommend it. It's kind of nice. And if you want to grow them yourself, you know, make a little tree farm someplace on your island, grow them in a separate location, and then shovel them up and do it. You could do it that way. So I'm just sort of putting in a mix of trees. I wanted to make sure there were some fruit trees out as well as some pine trees. I added some mums that I had up on the back part of the island. Mums are the native flower to Everbell, and I'm really excited because definitely whatever native flower you have, it makes it a lot easier to get hybrids faster, especially if you just sort of let them grow in the wild, I feel like. So we got lots of green mums, a few purple ones, still in the back that we can use for another build, but I'm just sort of filling in all these trees to sort of make it look more naturey. But I think that looks pretty good. I wanted this part of the path in the middle to sort of fork and go around that tree. I don't know, I just thought it would be kind of fun. I pictured myself walking with a friend, splitting and going 2 different ways around the path. I don't know about you guys, but I do also find it's easier when I'm doing builds to set all the stuff I'm using right out next to me, just so I don't have to run back and forth to the house as much. But yeah, putting out this cute little campsite sign. This is something you get actually from Pocket Camp, and I think I went over that in a previous video, but for anybody that plays Pocket Camp, there was an offer they did where if you got to a certain level, they would send you a code and you could actually get these downloadable Pocket Camp items, and that adorable camp sign is one of them. So super excited, totally worth your time if you do it. Other than that, I'm just sort of dropping some pine cones, putting down some mush items. I've got a mush partition, mush log, and a little mush stool. Just sort of filling in some of the gaps in here with some green leaves. Anything that looks sort of naturey, because I do want this to look sort of natural. But definitely putting some placeable items, I think, fills in the build nicely. I've got this mush table and a little picnic basket. This area here to our left, I think I may or may not put a house there. Definitely we have to fill it in with something at some point. I feel like I'm probably going to neglect the majority of the beaches for a while. I'm just not really sure what I want to do with all of them yet. So I'm just filling in with some more items. Yeah. You can see we've got a mum cushion back there and another mush log, and I'm just trying to decide how I want to do this little area here. Just trying to think of things that you might see when you're out on a hike or a walk. Definitely natural things. I've got some of these natural wild log benches, I think they're called. Yeah, I love those. Oh, hey, Beau. Hope you're ready to be a ranger, Beau. Okay, some of these things I'm going to take over to the ranger station area for Beau's house once we get up there, and I wanted to go over something special that I saw in inspo, and I wanted to do a similar thing because I just thought it was such a clever idea. I was thinking to myself that when you're walking through a path, it's helpful to have a map, right? So I saw this idea. I think it's amazing. If you go to a website, I think it's called Animal Crossing Designs or AC Designs. I'll definitely link this website in the description for you. So if you want to try it or haven't tried it, you can. It's a way that you can turn any photo into a QR code that you can then upload on your real phone that you use in the Nintendo app, where you can use your Nook phone on your real phone, if that makes sense. It seems complicated, but once you've done it a couple of times, it's really fun. But basically, you can turn any photo into a custom design that you can use on your island. So what I did is I actually took a photo, a screenshot of the real map of Everbell, uploaded it to this website, turned it into a pixelated photo, and then uploaded it to my Nook phone app, which you can then in-game download onto your Nook phone in the game, and put it on a custom stacked magazines. And look at it, looks like a little stack of maps, so that if you're going on this nature trail, you can actually grab a map. Like, you can pretend that you're grabbing a map and going for a little hike. So I just love it. Something that's a little bit personalized and fun. You could totally use it for signage, anything like that. I love the idea, so I decided to recreate it here. Just putting down some more mush items through here and set up this little kiosk. And then we do have this little beach area too. I put down a little bit of like this little clover pattern that's also part of the dirt path design that we have. I've got some log items, this little log shelf and a portable radio that I'm putting down. I just kind of wanted to create a little sitting area on the beach in front of the ranger station. I got this little swing, this log table, and a little lunch set. So this is funny. I actually forgot that I had this in my pocket. I found this lost item on the ground and I feel really bad. Like, I totally did not mean to, but I forgot to give it to the villager that it belongs to. And when I went forward to move Bo's house and then went back, it said it changed from the item to what was this again, which means I can't give it back to the original owner. So I feel kind of bad because I missed out on some friendship points there. But yeah, I decided why not? Since we have it, we might as well drop it on the table and use it for our decorating. So this is our little ranger station. I've got some other custom codes I used in this build. This little ranger post sign I created myself. Got a little utility shelf here, our maps and some water and a little trail sign. Yeah, I feel really quite excited with how this turned out. It's sort of how I envisioned it to be, and I just wanted it to be like a little place where you can hike through to get to the campsite. That way, whenever we will hopefully ever get a new camper again to see who's here, it's like going on a little hike. Now this area, I want to work on this, I think probably tomorrow. This area, I'm thinking I want to turn it into like a little camp area, like a scout camp. I've decided to move Marty's house here because he has an adorable log cabin as well, and I think it'll be perfect for that build. So I went ahead and purchased a move plot basically from Tom Nook to move Marty's house. So hopefully tomorrow his house will be up and running and we can work on a scout camp build. I'm really excited about that. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this build. Thank you so much. Seriously, I have the best subscribers in the world. I cannot thank you all enough for all of your kind and encouraging comments, all the ideas you've been throwing out there for Everbell. It's just, you guys are amazing. I can't thank you enough. Thank you so much for watching. Take care, guys, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye.